Resolution 1202, a resolution requesting the Geauga County Auditor to provide tax advances for 2012 collection periods, declare an emergency. I asked Tiff if there was any given amount for that. Did you find it?
Yes, last year, it was, for February, we collected $59,400 some odd dollars. Beginning July, it was $22,000.
So the first withdrawal was $60,000.
It was $60,000 in cash.
Is there a motion to introduce the current emergency and waive the reading?
I don't know if you can declare emergency without five votes.
Yeah,
First reading? So the reason for this meeting, Dan, was to get this in. Is there a deadline we're not going to meet?
Yeah.
Do you have a phone number for Ron Weiss?
yeah.
Why don't you call and see if he's available from that?
Yeah, I don't have to be there.
Right. Yeah, we'll move on. Was there?
Well,
We can just do it now.
well, I'll go to second reading because I didn't introduce it, so. Number two is the emergency, number three.
Yeah, so we're,
You could introduce me.
okay. So the motion to introduce?
You did it.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't need a second.
No.
Dave taught us last week sometimes, to move from first to second to third reading, all they need to do is introduce them.
So the first reading is by introduction?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Second one can be the same thing, only you have to just read the title.
So I introduced ordinance 12-101. Do we want to just move the rest of the agenda before we get hold of Ron? Why don't we do that? We did have a streets committee meeting. Oh, okay, that phone. Well, I wanted Ron or Scott to give a report on the streets committee. Carl, I was hoping you give a report on the committee that we had, meeting that we had. What was discussed? Prepared to do that?
No, not really.
I think,
I wasn't expecting to give a report.
yeah, Scott, it's done.
He's the streets.
Oh, yeah.
They're gonna combine now. We still have to decide how to do that.
Oh, we got to talk about that.
See, I brought up about stops, was actually, what, I was.
Well, the only thing on utilities was the impact fee for a second.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I want to talk about how we arrived.
I got it, okay, I can give a report.
Okay.
Okay, we had talked about the fee was somewhere around $140,000, around without, for St. Lucy's, the impact fee for the construction of that senior housing project. And they came back to us more and it lowered to around, I believe their figure was around $26,000. And Dan has come up with a figure of around $31,000 for impact fee. And that would be, pending on how much they actually use the utilities, the water and sewer. It would, it could be more, but that's what Dan came up with, and I'm personally tending to go along with that at this point. I don't know how the rest of the council and Mr. Mayor feel.
Well, they gave an estimate of 29,000.
Well, I think it's 26.
Well, their properties had a little higher. I think they were like 31.
No, we split them. We split them different on 30.
Their other properties.
Danny calculated 35. They came in at 26. Whatever. We said, okay, let's go in the middle. And there is no risk in the fact you go back in a year and look at the actual usage and you get charged for it. So if they've overpaid, you get a refund. If they've underpaid. No answer?
No. Yeah, why was the impact fee $139,000 to start with?
That's based on, we have an ordinance that has an exhibit attached to it that utilized what the usage estimates were from the UPA. So there's a regular chart that we use. And it estimated, I think it was like 250 gallons or 300 gallons per unit. And those are the calculations that we use. You know, so we're tied into those calculations, and those are the calculations we use. So the process allows for somebody to appeal that if they feel that they can justify a lower impact fee rate, which they provided us bills from other units that they have that are similar to the one that they're doing there in the same types of units that come in on them. And showed us that they did 55 gallons per day per unit. So then I took ours, which was 70, we had like 76 units that I went through, and we actually used a little bit less water than that. You know, we used about 35.
What do you mean we?
So it's the senior. You
So
know,
out there at,
yeah, it was 76 units.
okay, and
So on average, they use about 35 gallons.
Yeah, well, they gave, some parameters of their other housing projects, what they've actually used too.
Right. So the process is that if they can show us justification, we can actually reduce the impact fee temporarily, until we actually get figures on the facility that we can actually calculate an accurate impact fee. And if there's a variance there of $1,000 one way or the other, it depends on whether we refund or whether we go back to them for the additional